What's up, everybody? RaviRamCPA again from RaviRamCPA.
I'm Devin Ramnarain. Hey, guys.
And we're back, this time with time wasters and how they could be keeping you flat broke. Let's dive right in. Media. You know, we talk about cable TV, the movies, social media, and again, a lot of you are watching our channel through LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we thank you all for the patronage very, very much. At the same time, there's a time and a place for usage of social media. There's dabbling, and then there's basing your entire life on Facebook and what your contacts are up to. You know, going through LinkedIn and seeing, you know, what various people are up to, or using it as if it were Tinder or something. I mean,
binge scrolling.
Yeah.
I see people spend 10 hours a day plus on Facebook. Like,
oh,
what are you doing on there?
Exactly. And again, you add up all of that time over, let's say, a year. You know, you could have been doing an online course. You could have been starting a side business, just something productive, spending more time in the gym. You know,
learn a valid language.
Right, an actual language.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but no, a lot of people, they don't realize the amount of time they're wasting just on those things. You know, TV characters, what they're up to week 1 versus week 2. Let's say you have a TV show on Wednesday night that you watch religiously, and then you're waiting until next week Wednesday to see what the new developments are. Who cares?
Yeah, oh gosh, Netflix. I see people on Netflix a lot. We don't really have a Netflix. It's a waste of money, but yeah. We just watch YouTube videos sometimes.
Yeah, maybe half an hour a week, if that, you know.
Yeah, just now and again, just for fun. But I see people that they're on Facebook talking about Netflix, like, oh my gosh, can somebody suggest a good series for me? Because mine's over. Like, I've already watched the 900 hours of it. I need 900 more. Like, no, you don't. Go get a real hobby. You know, like, what are you learning? I mean, unless maybe you're learning something from that, but I doubt you are.
No.
Most of the time they're watching fantasy shows or reality TV or even if it's like a, you know, educational thing, you could learn so much more just like Ravi said, taking an online course or even learning on your own. Read a book. There's so many books in the world. You run out of series, go read a book.
You know, you can go to Barnes & Noble and just grab a coffee and browse through and read books for free. I mean,
for free.
Before meeting Devin, I spent a lot of my free time doing that, and you know,
books are amazing. Go read.
They're amazing, you know. So, yeah, again, the TV characters, they really don't care about what you're up to.
Yeah, the Kardashians, I promise, are not keeping up with you.
But they have your money.
And neither are the Joneses, and neither are the Joneses.
But they all have your money. They have your money.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because you're talking about them constantly, you know, you're interacting with their Facebook articles, you're liking all their Instagram crap. You're watching them on, what is it, MTV, I think they're on.
I don't even know,
You're binge watching this McDonald's, you know, as Jim Gaffigan calls it. It's McDonald's, you know, it's just garbage that you're feeding yourself.
Right.
And we'll get into nutrition probably in another blog, but
well, there's a slight correlation between productivity and fitness.
Of course.
But either way,
you got to keep yourself in good mental and physical stamina if you're going to get into your own business.
Yeah, I used to be grossly overweight, and try going for a job interview or trying to meet a client when you're 100 pounds overweight. It's not pretty.
I was 170 over.
Yeah, it's like, we'll call you. Yeah.
No, they
won't. No, they won't. So yeah, again, the moral of this point is just get away from the TV, get away from the social media, excessive, seeing social media, and
cut the McDonald's.
Do things that are just more productive to your financial bottom line.
Right.
Number 2, we want to talk about unproductive activities themselves. So again, let's get right into it. And again, we're not trying to cause any riots or anything like that, but we both grew up in very religious homes, and I can tell you from my side, I would say from birth all through my teen years, I was pretty much forced to spend a lot of my time in the Hindu equivalent of church / religious gatherings at people's homes. And if you add up all of that time, I probably could have skipped a grade in school. I mean, no, you laugh, but I could have spent a lot of that time because I did well in school. Obviously, I wouldn't be here today if I didn't do well. But at the same time, man, I mean, all of that time, the travel time, the sitting around, and yeah, you have your religious element, and we're not against religion here at RaviRamCPA at all, but the gossiping, the, what's XYZ's child up to? What's this aunt or uncle or family friend up to? Who cares?
Yes.
Again, who cares?
The holier than thou judgment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do blah, so I must be better than you. No, I mean, you're still making the same crap money you were making 10 years ago.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, and Ravi talks about, I left because the time wasters, I grew up Southern Baptist and then Presbyterians. Mm-hmm. So that's about as religious as you can get on the Christian side. Mm-hmm. And, 6-month confirmation before you get baptized, 3 days a week in church. I could have done a lot more. The morality was great. I learned a lot in that aspect. I learned a lot from the people I was spending time around, but unless you're, gaining something from a business sense from the people you're spending time around,
right,
you really don't need to go that often.
No. I mean, a lot of times, I'd be in junior high or high school and being told, okay, the next few days you're going to be going to the Hindu equivalent of church at night because of this service or whatever, and it's like, that puts a damper on the day. You got to get your homework done faster, and you're not studying as hard, and it's just not a win-win situation.
And what did it gain you long term, other than some good morality? Not a whole lot.
Right. Yeah, and again, it's that church type of environment. A lot of times, it's very social, so you can pray at home. I mean, no matter which religion you're following.
At Christianity, the definition of a church is 2 or more people talking about, Jesus Christ. So just talk with your friends about it. Get very spiritual, read your Bible, but you don't need to spend 3 days in a building where people probably don't like you anyway. Let's be honest.
Right, and very similar. I agree with that completely from an overall perspective. So, besides church, though, what else? What are some of the other activities that people do that just take up a lot of time?
Spending too much time in pointless clubs. I talked about reading a book, but if you're spending time at a book club where they want you to be there like 3 days a week, you don't need that either. Or country clubs, same thing. Everything in moderation.
Go to the country club, but don't make it a habit every, let's say, 2 nights a week to go there. And again, drink tea and gossip about XYZ family or
friends or whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Sports.
Oh man.
Ooh, I think I may have opened a can.
Yeah, you've opened. This is America. We all love sports. I mean, God, I love basketball, but not to the point. Yeah, hockey. I played a lot of baseball growing up too, but not to the point of where you're spending all of your time in front of the TV watching games. I mean, a basketball game, an NBA game is 2.5 hours out of your day if you watch it from start to finish, assuming the game doesn't even go into overtime. To actually go to an NBA game, tack on 2 hours each. On the front end, on the back end, between getting to the arena, parking, getting to your seat. Concessions.
How much money?
That in and of itself, you could go bankrupt going to buy season tickets for any professional sport, or even 1, 2, 3 tickets a season. That's not cheap.
Yeah, sports are great. They're really fun, but the subscriptions they have, for lack of better terms, are just insane. Say you're going to church on Sunday for your 2 hours, and it takes you an hour to get home. Then you get there and you turn on the game. It's another 3 hours. What else are you gonna do that Sunday?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, you're gonna eat, maybe barbecue. Your whole Sunday is gone. Multiply that by, let's say, 52 Sundays, because you can find sports on every Sunday. Out of the 4 major professional sports or soccer. The point is, you could have 1 day a week just gone, from your church and sports, and that's time. Again, you could have done an online class. You could have started a side business. You could be making some money. You'd be helping your kids become more productive citizens. On top of that, a lot of people, we talk about family in some of our past vlogs, and you gotta catch up with your extended family every now and again, but if you're going once a week to a family gathering, again, let's say you're taking those Saturdays out of the week and spending that at family gathering with the travel time to and fro, going to the store to buy whatever you're going to be bringing there.
Making it.
Yeah, exactly. That's time that's, again, gone, out the window. Multiply that by your entire life. That's 2 days out of 7 that you literally just pissed away, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Plus the, say 2 or 3 for your religion, respectively. I mean, how much time is that that you have for anything else?
Right.
If you really want, because I'm assuming you guys want to be successful entrepreneurs if you're watching our videos. I don't know why you would be otherwise.
Right.
But if you want that, you have to prioritize your fun time and your work time. And we're just pointing out to you, where your time is going.
Exactly. Very well said. And finally, we want to talk about procrastination, Devin, if you don't mind taking it away.
Yeah. Oftentimes, people have a negative self-talk about, things that they want to do with their life. They have these wonderful daydreams in their head, and they disassociate and just kind of fade into it. Well, they're just, scrolling past on Facebook. If this sounds relatable to you, keep listening. And they just tell themselves constantly, well, I'm never going to achieve those things, so why even try? You might be in college right now, online or in person, and you have a couple tests coming up, and you just think, well, I didn't study, which first off, shame. Second off, study now, you'll say, like, I didn't study, so I might as well just, entertain myself because I'm going to panic and I'm going to fail. Well, you won't be nearly as nervous if you just study and work hard and work towards your goals. I promise you that all of that time you spend worrying, if you spend it drudging through, and it's going to hurt at first, emotionally, it's going to hurt. You spend that time just grinding and busting your ass, for lack of better terms, eventually that anxiety does wane. It's never going to go away completely, but if owning a business was easy, we'd all do it, right?
Right. Yeah, just to double down on that, the best defense in that type of situation is a good offense. Come in prepared, both, early in my career having to interview for jobs, or now, going in front of prospective clients and interviewing for business contracts. It's really all about preparation, reading up on the companies, going through, let's say, their 10Ks or, whatever other public filings that they have out there, and just really taking the time instead of making it rain at the nightclub or spending time watching, I don't even know what the popular TV show is now.
Orphan Black. It's actually a really good show.
Okay.
Actually, that one's kind of old. Anyway.
Either way, instead of doing those things, we'll sit at home, have a drink, and just kind of go through financials of a company and just be prepared for that hard to get meeting and just be ready to knock it out of the park. And there's really no other secret to success. It's just putting in the work. And like Devin was saying, procrastinating is only gonna stunt that growth.
Yes, it's just going to elongate the amount of time you have to wait before you reach your goal. And you may never reach it if you keep putting it off.
Right. I can't say it any better than that. So in a nutshell, cool it with the media, find more productive things to do, instead of excessive time in your church or useless groups, and don't procrastinate. So, for Devin Ramnarain, I am RaviRamCPA. So long, and we will see you again next week.
See you guys.
Bye.